We're dropping in for our 11th war of the Alliance War season of Season 22. We're going to do a quick scout of our path here. For Path 4, we've got Proxima Midnight, Annihilus, ManThing, Nick Fury in the middle. We've got a Wasp and a Silver Surfer on our path. That's a pretty good placement. Thor Ragnarok, and some usual mini-bosses, Doctor Doom, Thing, etc. Looks like pretty decent placement across the board, so let's get into it. We're going to bring in Doctor Doom, Human Torch, and Cap Infinity War today, so no suicides, obviously. And we're going to lead off with this Proxima Midnight, just a 5-star, rank 4. Diversity placement for sure. She's nothing too complicated to deal with. We're going to use Doctor Doom, an obvious counter here, class advantage, and Doctor Doom just going to shred her. I mean, this is a pretty basic Doom gameplay. We're going against the stubborn global node. Doctor Doom is obviously defensive, so he counters that by building up those counter charges through the parries. And we're going to push her to the special 2. Throw our special 1, steal some of that power. And we're just going to block her specials because Doom has such a great armor and block proficiency rating. They're not really going to do anything. Again, just block the special 1. And I probably could have dropped the special 2 there. Would have, I'm sure, finished the fight. Instead, we're going to go to the special 3, get some serious overkill on it, but going to finish her off really quick, really simple, pretty standard Doom fight. Nothing to worry about. Doom is obviously probably one of the most popular Alliance War attackers these days, so yeah, and it's not hard to see why. He's just extremely good. So we get the full attack bonus and we move on, and that's going to finish off that first section. So we're going to jump into the middle here. And we're going to take this ManThing fight. And we're going to use Human Torch. No boosts or anything. And it's the power snack, backup recovery node. And I'm pretty used to taking this fight. I've done it quite a few times this season. I don't think I've ever died to it. So I went in feeling really confident. I knew there was probably a good chance of me taking some poison damage, but I didn't think it would be anything too big. And I certainly didn't think it would kill me. So that wasn't really a concern. And we're going to do the basic Human Torch style fight, which is medium, light mediums, get into the Nova Flame as fast as I can, stack those incinerates, let the specials power sting him. And you can see here, I got 1 stack of poison on me, wasn't doing any damage. Now I got 2, and this one is doing some damage. So I'm slowly losing health, so is he, through the incinerates though. So I'm still way ahead in this fight. 19 hits in, we get back into our Nova Flame. The backup recovery kicks in right there. I was aware of it. I completely missed the dexterity, and so he slaps me with a nice combo. It didn't really crit, so it didn't do a lot of damage, fortunately. And it also pushed me to my special 3, so we're going to throw this off. Get some pretty good damage off of it. It's not the hardest hitting special, but it did its job. And we're going to let those incinerates just kind of burn them down. One more 3-hit combo, going to finish off the fight. Took a lot more damage than I wanted to, obviously, but my little mistake didn't end up costing me anything, really. As far as the war goes, we still got the full attack bonus, so that's all I'm really concerned about. And that's going to finish off that middle section. So our alliance did a great job getting through the middle, very few deaths. Everyone was fighting really well this war. We're off to a really good start. And we're going to jump back onto our path with this Wasp here, and the steady build-up unblockable, don't have to worry about because she's not going to place a lot of debuffs. The spry may come into effect if she evades, but the goal here is just to hit her while she's stunned. So the very first parry, all I did there was just diagnose whether or not this person was running max limber. So I need to know how long I had to hit her. And they're not running max limber, so now I know I can do my 2-hit heavies while she's stunned, and it's not going to trigger her evade. So it makes this fight really easy now. We're just going to bait out the special 1, and now her timer's on cooldown, so we can hit her freely. Get another parry, start the heavy, launch the special 2, take her down. We have a full health bar. That awesome block proficiency from Cap, so great, really good for sustainability. We get the full attack bonus there, 18 hits. Again, another pretty simple fight. And that's going to carry us onto the Silver Surfer fight. And this is pretty good placement. Path 4 has some champions that go really well here, and Invisible Woman is probably the best, in my opinion, but Silver Surfer is pretty good as well. Because Silver Surfer with his heavy, he'll place 3 armor breaks on you even if he doesn't connect. So I brought Doom because Doom can't be armor broken. So he really makes Silver Surfer a pretty insignificant champion on this node because he won't be able to apply those debuffs to me, and because he can't apply them, he won't go unblockable, and just a basic Silver Surfer fight. And you can see how well it's going. 20 hits in, about 30 seconds have gone by. The fight's like practically over. Go in for another Doom hit here, end with the heavy, launch a special 3, and just like the first time I used Doom, this is probably going to be plenty of overkill. Really simple fight. Again, with Dr. Doom, just so good for Alliance War. So many matchups, he shines. And you can see we get the KO. Nice and easy. Full attack bonus, Silver Surfer down. And we're going to go on to the last fight before we get to Mini Boss Island now. And that last fight is going to be on the ever so awesome Ebb and Flow Intercept node, which everybody loves. And I'm not really an intercept player. That's not something I feel comfortable doing in Alliance War, especially. And we're going to take this Thor Ragnarok while he's still linked, because the link doesn't do anything. And the most important thing to remember here, which I do not remember at the start of this fight, is those shock debuffs wear off Thor Ragnarok faster than most champions. So I completely whiffed my end of combo heavy because the shock was gone. It didn't passively stun him. So I can't believe I forgot that. It's such a basic mechanic of Thor Ragnarok, but totally spaced it. So I kind of had to adjust on the fly after it caught me off guard and he hit me because I was just standing there heavying like an idiot. But no biggie. I'm going to stick to regular 5-hit combos, don't end with the heavy, and it's going to be like a regular fight. So I was like, okay, I can do this. And the other thing in this fight is that passive power gain that Thor gets every 20th hit. So this is kind of going to lead to an unconventional Doom play because I can't really get into the Doom cycle. Because I'm kind of being forced to launch my specials at certain times when he has a certain number of hits on his meter there. So you can see right here, the timing's actually going to line up pretty well. He's almost to the 20th hit, and I actually get to my special 3. So I hit him 20 times, he goes into the passive power gain mode, launch the special 3, and I wasn't actually sure whether or not this special 3 was going to cancel out that power gain passive. So we launch it, and we're going to find out it does. So the special 3 counts as a special that interrupts the power gain, so it stops him before he gains too much power, and we're just kind of going to be repeating that cycle. So pretty basic. We're going to throw whatever special we have when that power gain passive is about to trigger. So like on the 17th or 18th hit, we're just going to launch a special, whether it's the 1, 2, or 3, whatever we have, we're going to throw it, which you see coming up again right here. Get him to the 18 hits, drop the special 2, cancel the power gain before it pushes him to the special 3, and now we got to bait out a special. And he's not really throwing it. Thor Ragnarok usually throws his specials pretty easily. So I decided to throw the special 1, power drain him instead, and now he throws the special 2. Go back in for another 5-hit combo. Watch that power meter. There we go, we trigger it during the special, cancels it out. Pretty standard. And obviously our attack is gimped here by the Ebb and Flow Intercept, so that's why the fight's taking so long. Dr. Doom hits so hard, he kind of is one of the better options to work through that node. But again, like this fight's 130 plus hits now, it's still not over, so it just takes so long to get through this fight. Fortunately, this is a pretty easy defender. I was really glad to see him here. There can be really tough opponents on this node, but this Thor is not really one of them. So we finished the fight, get the full attack bonus. We got tagged right in the beginning, but Dr. Doom able to recover from it. We put in almost 150 hits, and we get through it with enough patience. Just kind of have to wait for that fight to end. And we're going to finish off this war with kind of like a half of a mini boss fight. So we had someone go in, couldn't get this thing down in one attempt, so I had a full health Cap Infinity War. I could have used Torch here as well, but I decided to go with Cap. And even though I know Cap won't be able to gain any power in this fight because it's the polka dot power node, I still elect to go with him anyway. Just because he has really good block proficiency, and I know I can take all these blocked hits from Thing because I can't stun him because of stun reflection. So this is going to be just kind of a long fight. Without being able to use specials, Thing has all that protection, obviously. So I know this is going to be a long fight, but after that Doom fight, I was kind of used to it. I wasn't too worried. We get a nice heavy counter there off his heavy. Worked out really well, and it's just managing these rock stacks. Pretty basic Thing fight. I've become really good at fighting Thing. I'm really not worried when I see him as a defender. Get to 15 rock stacks, bait the special. We're not losing too much ground, which is nice. That's really the main thing that you have to worry about, is getting pushed against the wall. You see we get another nice heavy counter. Bait the special 1. Keep building those rock stacks, managing them. Go in for 3 hits here. 15 again, and bait the special. And now I can see my own wall, which is not where I want to be. Once my wall comes into my vision, I am really uncomfortable. I want to make sure to gain some ground. So he's cooperating. He's actually going to hold his block so I can back him up by hitting into the block. It's a perfect strategy for Thing. He's not going to go unstoppable while you hit into his block, regardless of the rock stacks. So hitting into his block is a great way to get that ground back. So it worked. Kind of back in the middle, feeling pretty good. But I'm going to do the only thing you can't do in this fight, which is parry him. So I get reverse stun there. We get a nice intercept right in the middle. He throws the special. The combo I caught from him didn't do a lot of damage, fortunately, and we go in. We finish him off with a very slight mistake. I'm run max limber, and it saved me for sure. So we got the remaining 2 attack bonuses, which felt pretty good. So that's going to do it for my war. And we got another win. So this one felt really good. Brought us to 7-4 on this season now, which is great. It's always good to have that winning record. And that actually bumped us into Platinum 4, which is crazy. We're at the very back end of it, so we have a good chance to be bumped back into Gold 1. But even making it into it is pretty great. We got one more war in the season, which means if we win, we're in. We'll stick with that Platinum 4 ranking, get those nice and juicy rewards. If we lose, we'll go back to Gold 1 and get those still pretty decent rewards. So it's all on us at this point. We're in a position where we can close it out. We've got one more war to go. Be sure to check it out to see where we end, and we'll catch you in that video.